Alright, this is a little tutorial on how I like to use my SDI Clutch alignment tool. They do have a video on YouTube, but it seemed confusing to me when I watched it, and I had to figure out a different way to do it. So here we go. This is how I do it. Before you removed your transmission, you should have installed a wood wedge or similar under the engine. Gave it a couple of wraps to support the engine so that it doesn't droop when you remove the transmission. And then install these two bolts and this block with these 4 bolts, and get all these 4 bolts and the 2 bolts on the other side as tight as you can with your fingers. Wiggle the transmission around, get all of it tight as you can with your fingers. Install these 2 plates and then this bolt, rear transmission mount, and once again get them all just finger tight. That's all we want. Then install the 2 round bars. One goes on your crankshaft, one goes on your input shaft. All of this I'm doing with a Milwaukee electric ratchet. When it stalls, that's tight enough. This stuff don't have to be gorilla tight. And once you get the 2 bars installed, then install the 2 big aluminum blocks. The one on the inside will be flush with the inside of this bar. This bar will protrude inside this some. That's okay. It just needs to be flush here. This bar here will be flush with the input shaft, outside the input shaft bar. And once you get that done, so I like to install them with the lettering upside down, and that gives you good access to all of the bolts from underneath. So once you get them all installed where you want it, tighten all 4 bolts. You let them move back and forth several times to get all 4 of them snugged up. And once again, I don't have to be gorilla tight, just really good and snug. Once that's done, then move up to the input shaft. Do the same thing, move back and forth until you get all 4 of them tight. And once that's done, then you can reach in here and tighten these 2 bolts. Just snug them up. Don't torque them yet. Just get them good and snug. And the 4 bolts on the other side. And when you do that, then you can reach up here and loosen these 4 bolts. I've already got them loose, but anyway. Loosen all 4 of the bolts on the input side. And once you get them loose, this bar should turn. If it does, then you're good to go. Tighten these 4 bolts back down, just snug them back down, and then you can torque these 2 bolts, the 4 bolts on the other side on that block. You can tighten these down, and you're good to go then. Your engine and transmission shafts are correctly spaced and parallel to each other. And you can loosen everything off here, take the blocks off, take these off, and then proceed with your rest of your installation. Hope you liked the video. I know I'm not that great at it, but it's hopefully clearer than SDI's video. Thanks for watching.